Send me away via subspace. Beam me a message from home. Cast me a hello in hollow. Tell me I'm not all alone. The corridors are narrow and the rations miss the mark as we fly like Xeno's arrow past the sparkles in the dark. I think of home and what I miss is picnics in the park. Though send me away via subspace. Chat me a line or two, because though we grow distantly, relativistically, I'm coming home to you. Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Bring on the creepers, bring on the flames. Here comes the legend, the bravest of brave. Fiercer than lions, more southern than you. He's conquered our hearts, and he'll conquer hell too. Joe Hills. I'm headed down to somewhere, got my pickaxe in my hand. Yes, I'm headed down to somewhere, got my pickaxe in my hand. I'm headed down to somewhere, God knows where I am.
Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I am streaming live from the Hermitcraft server, a vanilla invite-only server for which I do not control the invites. For that I apologize. I apologize to you, Pinky Bear 46, Vin Ken, Space Dorito, Aletha Crime, to Hope 83, to Truck Pipe, to La Spooky Bois, to Troll Bass, to You Know Who 8812, Cat Lord, RJ Solo, Ash Lucas, Lane Sunfalls. I'm sorry, I don't control the invites. There's nothing I can do. Welcome, Soap. Welcome, Alumania Vivo. Welcome, Zorro20. Welcome, Jaeger 10. I hope your airline flying lessons are going well. I am awfully specific at all times, Chloe C. Welcome, Cosette24601. Welcome to the Potion Master, J-Leaf Lucas G. Welcome, Cal Ruiz. Welcome, Romato Mama Manus. Welcome, J.R. Wizzle. Welcome, Marie Wood. No Name W. Welcome, Nick Canceller. Welcome, Colin James. Hey, thank you to Allomania Vivo for the $2, who writes, can you say, oh, whoa, or ooh? Please, I can. Sean Bradley, do you get these names out of chat or out of a list? I get these names out of the chat. It's not nice to call out the people who didn't say hello in the chat because some of them are lurking. They don't want to be attended to. But welcome to Chad Cohen, Grayson Pierce, Bob Erm, Jedediah Ross. Welcome, Silk Ice, a fox named Angel. Welcome to Lai Ten Sadie. And Julie Gurwan. Welcome, Winnie T. Ford. Welcome, Peter the Brewer. Welcome, LC Cloud Shell, I guess. Hey, welcome, Dane Leon. Hey, do you actually know what the X-Men are, Dane Leon, or did I just make a tweet that makes absolutely no sense to you? I'm sorry if I made a tweet that made no sense to you. I try to write encouraging tweets, you guys. I try to write encouraging tweets. And Dane made a tweet about how he has new teacher orientation tomorrow. And I was like, and how he feels a little bit nervous. And I was just like, look, man, it's called new teacher orientation. It's not called old teacher orientation. Like, if you rolled in there like Professor Xavier and you seem to know everything that they were gonna tell you, they would be like, who is this freak? Nobody wants that. You should show up young and ignorant and fresh. That is what training is for. You know? Be like the uncarved block of wood, the Wu, as described by Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching. You have an opportunity here, Dane, to show up an idiot and to leave a wise man. That's all they want. That's all they want. Just show up knowing nothing. And you're ready. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? Yeah, the coaster does look really good from this angle. Thank you, Cosette, for noticing. Middle school science. Okay, you're going to be able to do middle school science, Dane. You're going to do a great job. Hey, welcome Cobalt Silver. Welcome LG Sadell. Yeah, I'm also super hyped for the return of Corrales. I'm so excited. Can I do more Tao Te Ching discussions? At any time, Wings of Fire. At any time. Okay, so today we were going to do some roller coaster stuff because, I don't know, Minecraft, but somebody pointed out that we could just read random stuff from the Tao Te Ching and then argue about it, which is like very me. It might not be on brand in the fact that like it's not like what Hermitcraft is all about, but it's very at Joe Hills. So, what's the best way to pick a random chapter from the Tao Te Ching? Okay, so, wiki source. Oh man, they've translated all the way to chapter 81. When I first started using Wikisource, they had only had the first few chapters translated. I know, it made me so happy that Corrales was excited about my roller coaster. That made me feel so good, because Corrales is a genius at building. The face camera is down here. I've got my green screen in slot 8. Hi, this is me, Joe Hills. You need to train your eye to look to slot 8 for me. Okay. How about this? You guys all post random numbers between 1 and 81, and I'll arbitrarily choose one of those out of the chat. Ready, set, go. You got about 15 seconds. I'm gonna close my eyes. If you guys are doing things that you shouldn't do, I'm gonna open my eyes and ban you, so you better be posting numbers between 1 and 81. It's Sunday fun with Joe Hills. We're streaming late at night. Sunday fun with Joe Hills. I'm gonna open my eyes, gonna see the light reflected, no radiated from the light emitting diodes in the tubes. I see 72 by Stevency. Hey, Stevency, one of our new Patreon patrons. That's a total cool coincidence. I was not going to intentionally pick somebody I knew. Chapter 72 of the Tao Te Ching from Wikisource. This was not prepared. I was not ready for this. A lot of people are posting 42. Love those Douglas Adams fans. Let's go ahead and turn the stream setup sign off, because this is just the stream now. We're not set up, but we're not setting up anymore either. This is as far as we've gotten. So thank you to Stevency for posting 72. We are going to jump right into that now. Chapter 72 of the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, as translated by Wikisource, which is not necessarily the best translation, you guys. I have not seen this translation of this chapter yet, because when I last did my comparative studies of different translations of the Tao Te Ching, Wikisource had not made it this far. So this is a new experience for me and for you. I'm excited. I hope you are too. When the people is not threatened by the imposing dignity, dignity is imposed without intruding the people's dwellings, without dejecting the people's creations. Because of not dejecting, hence is not dejected. Hence the master is introspective and not professing, self-loving and not self-righteous, therefore liberated and resolved. Okay, that's not a good translation of the Tao Te Ching. So thank you to Wikisource for trying very hard. I mean, so the thing about the Tao Te Ching is it's philosophical writing, but it's also intended to be poetry. And this chapter, or in this translation, is kind of a combination of philosophy and poetry, but I'm not sure that we gotta pull some alternate translations here. If I was not streaming, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, this is the sort of stuff, like when people are like, I wonder why Joe's not streaming tonight. I bet he's off doing something fun. I might just be doing this. I might just be comparing translations of the Tao Te Ching. There used to be a tool that would allow you to compare 3 public domain versions of the Tao Te Ching, and I don't know if it's still around. No, maybe not. Well, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. This has Legg's translation, Suzuki's translation, and Goddard's translation of chapter 72. So I'm going to post this link. I don't love the name of this website, but for what it accomplishes, it's pretty good at what it does. Thank you, Fink Ployd, for the $10 contribution toward facial expansion. That brings us to 12 out of 20. Okay, so Legg's translation. When the people do not fear what they ought to fear, that which is their great dread will come on them. Now, this is a great, in my opinion, this is so much clearer, and yes, it doesn't have all the poetry to it, and the, will come on them means, like, this was translated a long time ago. Legg was in, 1900s, 1912 or something. But, it means okay, when people aren't aware of what they should be afraid of, then their fears will confront them anyway because they won't be prepared to deal with them. They won't have routed around that damage. Suzuki, here's his translation of that first line. If the people do not fear the dreadful, the great dreadful will come, surely. That's a fun translation. The great dreadful. That seems like the title of a terrifying beast. I like that. Sometimes people, there's something good there. Let's go to Goddard's translation of that first line. When people are too ignorant to fear the fearsome thing, then it will surely come. Clearly what it's saying is, look, if we don't acknowledge real problems and respond rationally by demonstrating fear of them, we can't prevent those real problems from spiraling out of control. But okay, let's go ahead. Let's go to the second line. Okay? We're going to go back to Legg and then Suzuki again and then Goddard. So we're going to do each line through these 3 translations. Alex and Cameron TV show. You don't need to scream in all caps. Let them not thoughtlessly indulge themselves in their ordinary life. Let them not act as if weary of what that life depends on. It is by avoiding such indulgence that such weariness does not arise. Okay. So Suzuki's translation, then, let them not deem their lives narrow. Let them not deem their lot wearisome. When it is not deemed wearisome, it will not be wearisome. So then Goddard sees this as more of an instruction for the philosopher king, saying rather than so Leg and Sasuke have both given instructions for what to allow your people to think about themselves. Goddard is interpreting this line as being about how the philosopher king should lead his people, okay? He says, "Do not make the place where they dwell confining, the life they live wearisome. If they are let alone, they will not become restless." So basically, the Leg and Sasuke are both saying, like, hey, you need to stop your population from feeling like their life is too small and meaningless. And Goddard, his translation is, hey, if you're doing things that make people's lives feel small and meaningless, you screwed up and you're a bad leader, okay? Yeah, these lines are all very short in Chinese. The translations here are very difficult. So I'm not trying to, like, say that Wikisource did a bad job. Wikisource tends to go more literal on a lot of translations. Okay? So welcome, Kelly Morris. Glad to have you. Welcome, Uncover the News, Dat Sam Doe, Legit Savage. Welcome, Jacob Walthier, YouTube Aries Headquarters. I'm glad all y'all are here. Welcome, Vin Shoken, Walker Stalker. Welcome, Odd Panda. Welcome, Omar Eldemurray, and Hydracoat 20. So here's what we're doing next. Here's what we are doing next. We got the third line in this chapter. This chapter only has 3 sentences in it. 3 sentences in it in Chinese. But then when you make it, that's the thing about poetry, is when you try to render that same nuance in another language, it all gets weird. It all gets weird. Okay. So, Leg's translation of line 3 of chapter 72. Therefore, the sage knows these things of himself, but does not parade his knowledge, loves, but does not appear to set a value on himself, and thus he puts the latter alternative away, and makes choice the former. Let's go back to the Wikisource translation of that line. Okay, hold on. Hence the master is introspective and not professing, self-loving and not self-righteous, therefore liberated and resolved. I mean, that's not a poor translation of the concept, but, like, you see why having more than one translation could be valuable there. Okay. We go back to Sasuke's translation, though. Therefore the holy man knows himself, but does not display himself. He holds himself dear, but does not honor himself. Thus he discards the latter and chooses the former. Okay. And then on Goddard's translation for line 3, welcome, Manatee Gag. That's not what Goddard wrote. I'm just excited that Manatee Gag is here. Manatee Gag, awesome recurring member of the community. Hung out with me at several conventions. Cool guy. Glad he's here. Okay. Welcome, Sunburnt Penguin, as well. And Jade Jim, and James Ivy, and James Weber. We are reading the Tao Te Ching because people sidetracked me. I was, like, on a track, literally, and then we got off track. This is what we're doing. Goddard's translation, chapter 72, line 3. Therefore the wise man, while not understanding himself, regards himself. While cherishing, he does not overvalue himself. Therefore, he discards flattery and prefers regard. See, Suzuki and Leg both, had... They talk about the latter and the former, but it's not as contextually clear. Like, you have to go back to the earlier part of the line, which gets a little bit muddled. Goddard just straight up says, hey, flattery, no good. Regard, yeah, that's good. And I think that's valid. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about whether or not this chapter is relevant today. I think that if we work backwards from this third line here, saying that, I don't know everything and I'm going to do my best has a value. Okay, I agree with that. saying that people should try to love who they are, but also not be overvaluing themselves or trying to show off. Yeah, I agree with that. And this is one of those things, like, I remember there's this advice that I kept hearing in high school, like, people should just be themselves. And, like, well, the thing is, yourself should be constantly growing and changing. Being yourself is not a call to be static and, like, unchanging. It's a call to cultivate and grow yourself. And recognizing that you have shortcomings and you have failures and that you want to be better is a huge part of that. And so I think that's valid. This bit about not letting people discouraging people from living lives that they feel confining. I mean, I'm literally in a room surrounded by iron bars here in the game, so I identify with that a little bit. But as a leader, making sure that people have opportunities for growth, that's really crucial. So I'm happy about that. And then as we go back to that first line, all the translations seem to agree that there is this concept of the value of fear linked to critical thinking skills. If you don't have a well-cultivated ability to look out into the world and understand what can and can't kill you, or what can and can't hurt you, or what can and can't hurt others, you are not going to be able to effectively shape the tools and share the skills that you and your civilization and your society need to be successful and happy. Hey, thank you to Adam Arts as well for the $2. Appreciate it. So that brings us up to 14 out of 20 toward our first face camera expansion. I'm just hanging out down here with my... Oh, is that... Why is that green screen? Is it reflecting green light? It's not a green cup. Oh, well. With my Sundrop and orange juice, I found that if I mix the Sundrop with orange juice, it's not as carbonated, because orange juice isn't, and then I don't burp during the streams as much, which saves me a lot of muting the mic to avoid being embarrassing. So, anyway, I think that these are 3 lines that are incredibly relevant today, and that have been relevant through the ages. And, that has a value. No need to reinvent the wheel all the time. Only when it will help you to do so. We need to get Joe a lime green cup. That's actually not fun. That might be funny. No, I don't have a P.O. box, but, like, I do actually buy a lot of my stream props out of the donations from the stream. Like, if I was, like, looking at this bell at the store, and I was like, this bell is, like, $8. Next problem. I got $8 in donations. But no, I don't have a P.O. box right now. And since we don't know when we're moving, it would be a bad time to get one. Okay. So, yeah, I'm wearing my green screen shirt. See? It's actually a tank top. It's great. Yay. Okay. Every $20, the face camera expands. Okay. Alrighty, good night, Dane. Good luck tomorrow. Will moving mess with the streaming schedule? Everything messes with the streaming schedule. The streaming schedule is not written down or fixed. It's all based on what my family needs and how I can help. So, yeah, I don't want to mislead anybody on that front. So, what is causing this? Okay, so something about this book here is now powering that rail. Maybe I need to disconnect that rail, because that dispenser is now carrying the current upward. Thank you for the $2, Mr. Ziner 10. That brings us up to 16 out of 20 toward our first face camera expansion. Okay, sorry, I'm more tired than I thought I was. It has been a busy day today. I was out in the sun some, but I wanted to make some progress on episode 125. Episode 124 is edited, it is uploaded, and it is going live tomorrow. But do I really just not have any normal iron rails? Hey, Ashley Henry, thank you for the €2. Here's some funds for a cup and expansion. Thank you. We are now at 18 out of 20 on our abacus toward our next expansion. I need to just get out some of these iron blocks I had. I have iron blocks in here somewhere. I'm just going to make some normal rails, and we'll be done with it. Is Gideon spamming? Welcome, Gideon. You don't need to spam. I don't say hello to everybody because sometimes I'm doing other things. Okay. Welcome, Assault Tank. Hey, glad you could join us. I know with your erratic schedule yourself, it's difficult to attend these things. Hope your new computer's going well for you. Got the, got some rails here. Whoops, what is that? Nobody, also, people are saying, like, donations are too rich for me. Hey, thank you, Pink Floyd. That brings us up to 23 toward our first face camera expansion. Who says, welcome to the machine package for Corrales. Welcome to the machine. I wasn't in the package for, I don't want to spoil anything for Corrales' next video. I'm very excited for Corrales being back. But, if you guys have never seen a Joe Hill stream before, you can direct your attention down here to slot 8. Hi. And when we hit a $20 face camera donation, swing down here to OBS and say, howdy y'all, Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm just going to wander over this way here. Do-do-do-do. Then I'll take that green screen, put it in my offhand, so now it's behind me. Just like the green screen in real life. You can see my green screen tank top. It works. It's a good system. Okay. What are we doing? Corrales made his first video. He didn't actually open the box. He said to come back in the next video for the box. Also, I've got metal plates underneath my feet to cool me off because it gets hot in here. So if you hear like weird metal clanking noises, I need to not mess with those during the recordings. But yeah. Sorry, I was about to say to anybody who is saying that they can't afford to donate, guys, donating to support the arts in your community is something for folks to do who've already got their feet on the ground. You know, when I was paying off my educational debt and stuff, I couldn't afford to support artists, and, you know, that's just part of being at that point in your life. So, you know, people who have, like, established, you know, emergency funds and they have enough money set aside for the things they need, those are the folks who can donate. Anybody else, you shouldn't now. You should look forward to the fact that the money you make, you are spending to better yourself and to pay off your debts and to get yourself into a position where one day you might have that as an option. But, like, don't ever let anybody make you feel like not having money is a failure on your part. Because it took me 10 years to pay off my educational debt. And, you know, that really wasn't my fault, you know. I just had to do it, and those things take time. So never let anybody give you any garbage about that. I'm very excited about Corrales coming back. Okay. Hot Cocoa Cutie says, I want to donate. I can't afford it. I can't figure out how. Well, here, check out this new call to action I wrote, which I'm copying and pasting in there. I wasn't sure if that call to action was good without actually giving it a preface, but there you go. Yeah, you guys, I'm making this stuff for free for you to enjoy while you can't afford to pay for something else. And the people who pay me to help make this do so knowing that I'm making it for free for y'all. Like, it was no fun being in college or right out of college and not being able to afford to go to a movie, you know, or not being able to afford cable and watch the shows I wanted to watch or buy them on iTunes, you know. So here's an alternative. The episodes are free. The streams are free. I'm just trying to give something back to folks. So there you go. Sorry, Crazy Flames. This is a whitelisted invite-only server, and I don't control the invites. Yeah. Assault Tank, who is a professional who manages several locations of a small business, says, I know that Joe is 100% free to enjoy, and I give him money anyway. Because he is a successful person who is several years out of school, who has worked for a while to get to that state of being able to do that. Like, it's like looking at, like, when you're in college and you're looking at people who are donating money to streams and you're like, oh, I wish I could do that. That's like looking at people who are 75 playing with their grandkids and being like, I wish I could do that. You can play with your grandkids, but not at the age of 20, okay? You just got to give yourself time to live your life, and you can do it later. That's the natural progression of things. Okay. Yeah. So, anyway. What were we working on? Oh, it's nighttime again already. Yeah, I don't know why my hair is transparent. Something about the green screen settings got messed up the other day, and I haven't figured out exactly what happened with them. Okay. So, scaffolding is the next thing I need. Dang it. Also, the green screen. That is going to be my, like, accidental clicking bane for the next few months. Okay. Yeah, Truck Pop writes, grandkids are the best. Yeah, I mean, I look forward to playing with my grandkids, but I don't feel guilty that I don't have any now. You know, that's just... yeah, the keying might be picking up too wide of range. That's probably true. Okay, I want to see something. So that doesn't... Okay. Cool. So now, that's going to stop that from automatically moving forward. We have fixed one bug in this system. Pressing the button will still move me forward. Okay. What about an all-green map? That would be fun, Emily Z, but it would block the screen too much. Okay, so this is roughly... I haven't made a ton of changes to this since Saturday. Most of the changes I've made have been cosmetic. Like, I've started putting in, dang it, for the lava pools. I started putting in this red terracotta. So that way, when... Okay, Spider Super Pumpkin, I don't know what you're doing, man. Getting timed out. So, I started putting in this, so that way I wouldn't accidentally dig into the lava from underneath here. Hey, Shauna Authier. I'm glad you enjoyed the Techtopia episode. Yeah, the all-green map would block too much of the game, though. Tutorial for easy witch farm, please. I don't know how to make a witch farm. Okay, look, guys, dabbling in the occult is fine for other people, but it's not what I do here. We're not going to do that. I'm sorry. That's not today for us. Okay. If you name an item with a space, it removes the current name. Good point. Lieutenant General Lydell says, Joe, what does chat look like to you? Do you have a program combining everything, or just a different tab for each stream? I have a different tab for each stream. It's way easier to follow the conversations. All the chats basically go on at a third of the speed than if all of everybody was combined. It's pretty good. Joseph Romeo says Joe should join Skycraft. Well, I don't really like Sky servers. I don't want to fall. Hey, looks like we got a donation that just came through from Assault Tank, who writes, just over 1/4 of an expand Joe. How do you find Will Smith in the snow? You look for the Fresh Prince. I told my wife that it was her turn to shovel and salt the first front steps. All I got were icy stairs. The new jail tunnel was a runaway success. Well, thank you very much. That $5 plus the 2 we already had brings us to 7 toward our next face camera expansion. So that means we are 13 away. Oops. I gotta not put my... Why don't... Okay, now that I'm not building off the Dungeons & Dragons book, I should just keep the abacus up here. Because, like, I'm having it next to my drink is just not safe. So thank you very much, Assaulting. You know what? That was actually, like, rounded up to $6. So we are at 9 away. Or 9 total out of 20, so 11 away. Hey, 10 Hades Stamps. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, 10 Hades Stamps Raiders. Okay. So, a lot of people are trying to explain what skies are to me, and it's like, look, I get it. It's big, it's empty, we should fill it with technology. We'll do it later. You know, you can't take the sky from me. You know what? This is a good time to sing one of my favorite songs I've ever written. It's not actually written, it's a mashup, but it's a mashup of the theme song from Firefly and the theme song from Reading Rainbow. And I'm particularly proud of it. Firefly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take my love, take my land, reading rainbow. Take me out to the black. Tell them all I ain't coming back. Reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. There you go. That's how I feel about Skycraft. You figured it out. Mystery solved. Next problem. Okay, so we've got... Where's the rest of the gold rails? There they are. Okay. Welcome, Cheetah Studios. Thank you, Pinky Bear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so... Soda Pop says, no offense, but Joe is so goofy. My YouTube channel literally says laugh at me. Why would I take offense at somebody calling me goofy? Also, I forgot to bring redstone blocks. I should go get that. There we go. Good luck at school in the morning, Jerry. Let's see, we're going to go back out here to our inbox so we can see if any other alerts come in. Oh, I had normal rails in my gray shulker box. Dang it. Okay, well, that's good to know. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with this segment, because really the most striking thing that we could do here would probably be actually to zigzag back this way up steeply, but Kazoo, I don't need to show off. Some people need to have fancy clothes, you know? You see, yeah. Like, I'm not a king. I can wear whatever armor I want. Okay. So, part of me thinks having this come up here will be an interesting parallel to that structure. But I'm kind of unsure about it. Maybe one more here. Like, I guess the question is it more dramatic to be closer to the ground when you come down? Or to pop back up for a second here? And then we'll do our turn. Now, this is also going to allow us the opportunity to have... some more places for the dispensers. I wonder if I have just a simple rail here, will that catch in time to turn it? Okay. Cal Ruiz says, forget superstitious, I'm hyperstitious. I believe in everything, including myself sometimes. Cal Ruiz, did you just come up with that? Because that is great. That is great. Whoops, that is not great. Don't jump straight down. Okay. Hey, welcome, Tiffany Shan? Was it Shan? Dang it, it scrolled off before I could read it all the way. Yeah, that's my green screen. Okay, so we go down. And that actually did turn. That's interesting. I'm not sure that I like it. Hey, Green Dragon, glad you enjoy the videos. Okay. Welcome, Maxwell Norris. Yeah, Twitch is the calm chat. Mixer, they know what they're doing. Like, I think that Mixer is the most competent and organized, but their objectives are mysterious. They're great at... I don't know what they're doing, but they sure do a lot of it, and they do it well. Would be how I describe the Mixer chat. Yeah, the Twitch chat is just pretty chill, and the YouTube chat... Today's YouTube chat has gotten a little bit crazier than normal. So that's fine, too. Okay. So I was kind of thinking this would be the point in the roller coaster where it should go underground, but maybe it's more scary if it goes underground like... Maybe it's more scary if it goes underground straight this way. Yeah, let's get out some fireworks. And we have not started an episode on the backside of this, like back here. So I think it's a good time to do that. Now, if you guys have never seen a Joe Hill stream before, one thing we do is when I do the recording segments, I turn off the face cam. It's just easier. Works better for the YouTube. Computer doesn't work as hard. So I'm going to stop acknowledging the chat and donations for a few minutes while I record this. Hermitcraft Season 6, Episode 125, Segment Alpha. Take 1. Action. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We are looking out across the land, and what do we see? We see a roller coaster that reaches toward the sky. It starts real low, it begins to rise, and then it has a few sudden drops. Now, here's what I'm thinking we should accomplish this episode, whether you like it or not. You know, I was originally thinking that as people kind of rolled down the hill there, let's actually get in a cart and just demonstrate this real quick, quicker than that. Legs breaking is a problem in real life, but luckily in Minecraft, we just either die or we don't. One thing I was thinking was, when we do these big drops here, it'd be cool if we had like a quick turn, and then we are going down into some sort of cave or something down here. The problem is that in Minecraft, the way the carts work, the player has to manually rotate the camera on each of the corners. So the quicker the turn, unfortunately, the less terrifying this will be in some ways, because people might miss the sudden descent into everything down here. So here's what I'm thinking we're going to do. What if we get rid of this turn? Like, you know, just kind of boop. Everybody keeps saying, Joe, what happens if somebody punches the scaffold? Apparently not enough, because this part's still here. We'll use it later. But if we want to have a descent into some sort of terrifying cave, well, this natural rise here actually provides an excellent place for us to achieve that goal. So why don't we go ahead and just start digging this out, clearing some trees, and seeing maybe those drops will be even more scary if all of a sudden you're looking at a big old ravine. Yeah. You can make a ravine in Minecraft, right? What do you need, a shovel? I got a shovel. I might also want to get a beacon. I got a beacon. Don't have it with me. Not present physically. But why don't we get started on this ravine element of the roller coaster? Time skip. Okay, so we are 2 minutes and 33 seconds into the recording. Recording is off. We are now back here. Okay. So, does that seem like a good opening for this, you guys? Yeah, you can watch boat races from the roller coaster. You can watch the roller coaster from the boat races. So, yes, now you are inside the time skip. So, what we're going to do is we are now going to store all the random stuff that I just got out, because I realized that I don't want it in my inventory while I go get the beacon, because that's a recipe for disaster. Actually, we want the carts to go in the separate one. This horse is kind of annoying, but I'm kind of just, like, resigned at this point. Like, it's Minecraft. Dang it. Ooh, killer tofu. E-I-E-O-E-O. Doctor Who. Ba-da-da. Sugar cereal makes my teeth back to Hey, thank you 30 Expo 30 and Null Skydiver 581 for the follow. What is the green glass for? It goes behind my head to demonstrate where the green screen is in real life. My mixer is mixer.com/Joe. Best mixer URL. Ba-ba-da. Yeah, if you can't mash up the Reading Rainbow theme and Firefly, or Doctor Who and the beats from Doug, you're just not living your best life. Please live your best life. Okay. So, we need to go this way. That was a bad way to do that. There was not a lot of forethought there. Oh, I like this rainbow that they've got going on. What level of restream do you need to have to use FTL on Mixer? I've had so many problems using FTL that it wasn't worth trying. I think it's something with my ISP or something. I actually had Matt Salsamendi on Skype one time trying to walk me through it, which is, it's really bad. I felt bad because, like, he was trying to help, and I'm just like, the packets aren't going. And he was like, well, the packets need to go. This is an oversimplification, but yeah. We tried to get Mixer, what do you call it? FTL working. Probably don't need to actually harvest this, but like while I'm over here, it kind of seems like one of those things I should do. Hey, I'm harvesting bamboo. Why? Because I can. Makes me happy. Welcome, Dildozer. Okay. It's a waste of durability to break bamboo with the sword. Everybody gives me different advice about bamboo. They're like, don't use the axe, use the sword, it instamize it. And then the people are like, don't attack things that aren't monsters with the sword because it wastes the durability. It's like, guys, I can't do everything. Okay, so that got us, wow, that got us actually a reasonable amount of bamboo very quickly. No stalk left behind. I really like that noise. It reminds me of like the wheel on Wheel of Fortune or something. Harvest them all, let Joe Hills sort them out. Yeah, that's pretty good. See, this is why I showed up here with an empty inventory. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It is about to get dark, although we've lit up this beach fairly well, which I'm actually really proud of. Let's show that off real quick. We haven't been back here for about a week and a half because we've been working on our roller coaster, but yeah, the lighting on this beach is actually really good. This area, not so well lit. Sorry, this sheep. You are going to get zombified. So, I'd better get to bed. 'Twas Bergen and the Erie Road did Mawa into Patterson. All Jersey were the ocean groves, and the Red Bank Bayonne. Beware the hobbit Kong, my son, the teeth that bite, the nails that claw. Beware the Boundbrook bird, and shun the Carney Communipaw. He took his Belmar blade in hand, long time the fulsome foe he sought, till rested he by a bayway tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in Nutley thought he stood, the hobbit Kong with eyes of flame came whipping through the Anglewood, and Garfield as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through his Belmar blade went hack and sack. He left it dead, and with its head he went weehawken back. Oh, hast thou slain the hobbit Kong? Come to my arms, my Pertham boy. Ho hocus day, so ho, raway, he called well in his joy. 'Twas Bergen and the Murray Road did Mawa into Patterson. All Jersey were the ocean groves, and the Red Banks Bayonne. I wish I had written that. I didn't write that. That was, so Lewis Carroll wrote the original Jabberwocky, and then I'm not sure, somebody on the internet wrote a parody about New Jersey. It does get weird here. I memorized it because that was such a good poem. I like that poem. Scar's here, but only the bad one. Madeline Kusel says, as a Jersey girl, that made my day. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hey says, as a Jersey guy, I don't know how to feel about that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Scar's eyebrows, they're looking pretty angry right about now. I think we better fear him anyhow. His terraforming and his building, wow. I saw a cow moo, moo. Hello, some weird content. I'm glad you're new. Welcome to the stream. I think this should be right up your alley. If you're bowling, this will strike ×3. Optimally. That is a lot of points because each frame is added to the 2 that you bowled before when you get a strike. So you should go do real well. Throwing bowling balls at pins, I guess. I am just flying down a hall. I like this rainbow though. Who did this, y'all? I don't recall. I'm parodying Uptown Girl by Billy Joel, but I was also making references to Good Times with Scar, who's a player on the server, and a cow, who is an animal, quadruped, herbivore. Okay. Yeah, hold on. We need to do something real quick. I wrote these for Twitter, but now that I know we got some Billy Joel fans in the audience, I wrote a few Billy Joel parodies about the feral hogs thing on Twitter. So here's one for Only the Good Die Young. Come out, feral hogs, don't let me wait. Our rural yard has no fences or gate. Yeah, my kids on the lawn just wanna play. It's 32-50 to 1. Legitimate question. That's what I said. Legitimate question. I was pretty proud of that. And then, in 3 to 5 minutes on Saturday, 30 to 50 feral hogs truffle in. There's my kids playing next to me. I've got a legit question. So there you go. There you go. There's my Billy Joel parodies. The hogs are in Area 77. Now we gotta go. Okay. So we are on our way back with our extra bamboo. Oh, wait. No, we want that boat. Let's take the boat. It's way better. Everybody's saying I'm the Billy Joel of Minecraft, and meanwhile, Lieutenant General Clydell is like, it's Hilly Joe, dang it. Whoops. Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, Sonny, move out to the country. Yeah, 'cause working too hard will give you a heart attack. You ought to know by now. Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for your money? And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what you're all about, good luck moving up, 'cause I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Hey says, I've only been watching Hermitcraft for a week, so I don't know what's going on half the time because I've only watched one perspective so far. Honestly, none of this needs to make sense to anybody. Like, hey, just don't worry about it. Hermitcraft is an artist collection or a collective where a bunch of people make weird stuff. And we hope that it makes sense at the end of the day. But we're trying to push ourselves creatively. So if you're ever watching it and you're just like, maybe this doesn't really make sense, it's fine. We did our best. Okay, let's see. We have been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes, and people are saying my Destinies in Tennessee is a bop. You know what? My beverage is actually empty. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, my shirt is transparent because it's the same color as the glass I got behind me, so it's chroma keyed out. See? Green shirt, green glass, and high tides. Anyway, so what we're going to do next is we were going to put down the beacon and get this started building, but I need to take a hydration break. So I'm going to put on a song that I wrote. It's a rhyme and geography song with some funny Pokemon rhymes. I'm really proud of this song. I did a lot of research on this song. I literally had my phone out. We were driving back from a camp out when my wife put on the song All My Exes Live in Texas, which is another rhyme and geography song where all the names of the guy's ex-girlfriends or whatever are like he knew a girl named like Maybelline from down in Abilene or whatever, that sort of thing. I was like, I could make a list of all the cities in Tennessee and all the Pokemon and see which rhyme. And yeah, I'm glad I don't have to really justify my artistic ideas to other people until they're done. Because, did I say George Strait? It was George Strait, yeah. Sorry. So anyway, here we go. Here's my Destinies in Tennessee, written by me, performed by my brother Sean. I'm going to turn off the face camera while I go get my beverage and ventilate the studio. Time skip.
Folks say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics events. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokédex in hand. You run your laps chasing Lickitung in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on Solo U, but parades need a willing crew. All those Squirtles on St. St. Charles saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or polar bears from Mississippers. There's enough Weedles on Montego. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubble down the shovel. We could team sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our toga peas here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. We are an hour into the stream, and we are going to continue our construction efforts with a ravenous exploration of ravine construction. However, I'm realizing as I'm doing the math here, we probably want to not be the darkest night while we begin building our... there's monsters nearby. We mayn't rest. We mayn't rest. I don't see the monsters, but I hear the monsters. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to lure the monsters away. Oh, no, there's two of them. Never mind. That was a bad idea. I overemphasized my own ability to... yeah. You might say, Joe, you overestimated your own ability. You didn't overemphasize it. It's like, guys, I over... No, that's too far away. Hey, welcome, Veradrus. Chimpo says, that was a fantastic song. Thanks for playing it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay. Move your bed. Yeah, that's a good idea in the long term, but right now we're not going to do that. I just don't have enough storage space to build all this. I need to build a behind the scenes room for all this. Okay. Good luck, YouTube Ares headquarters. Okay. I hear another zombie. Man, they're just all over the place. I see you with your rugby helmet. Can't impress me. Okay, so we're going to probably want to put this beacon relatively low. Because, as far as I understand it, beacon effects go upward, they don't go downward. So, that means we should probably follow our pre-existing path here for this stuff. And then build out... What is the base of the beacon, 9x9 or 7x7, you guys? I think it's 9x9, right? People are arguing about how they like their coffee. Well, I know a song about that. The bass, the vibe, the mic, the treble. I like my coffee black just like my metal. Yes, the bass, the vibe, the mic, the treble. I like my coffee black just like my metal. See? I know music too, you guys. So I think that was 9. Okay. That's like the only song I know about coffee. So sorry if people want other coffee songs. Okay, I'm realizing I don't have any lights. In a minute, Logan. In a Minecraft minute. You're welcome, Ashley Henry. Anytime. I saw them perform live in Nashville, actually. I broke NJ. You a big mindless self-indulgence fan, New Jersey? I could have sworn I had some lanterns here somewhere. Let's see if we can find those. Yep. Well, there's a single torch. That's nice to have. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, there's the lanterns. I found them. Bah, I fell in a pit. Man, these low ceilings are getting to me. So, I figure I should probably hang some lanterns here. Or use these spider eyes for nefarious purposes. I don't know what nefarious purposes I'm going to use them for yet, but they're going to be purposeful, believe you me. Okay, so we can hang this one from right here then. Verodrus writes, your horse is going to escape. No, it won't. Did I leave the gate open? Probably. Look, see, he's a good horse. He knows he's not supposed to go very far. How does scaffolding work with horses? Better than I expected. This is probably not a good idea. Yeah. I don't want to neigh for my horse to go roving, wandering all around this coaster. Okay. Dang it, what am I hitting my head on? Have I considered slime bounce pads? I have, yes, actually. I kind of actually demoed those in the testing area, but I was going to come back to them. I didn't want to oversell those initially. So this is another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Welcome, Anna Galena. Joining our mixer chat. We are hanging out talking. What you think about that? Do you enjoy some stream time where people build in a mine? Sometimes beacons get grown up. I don't know. This one's mine. Okay. Veradtrus writes, Joe, share us your playlists. What would be funny would be if I actually sang like one line from... I have a playlist I play at work, and I don't want to play the actual music here because that would be bad for YouTube and stuff. But I've got a playlist that I listen to when I'm working. I've titled this playlist Manic Impressive. And it opens with the theme from the Japanese animated show One Punch Man. Well, from the first season, actually, because there's actually a theme song to season 2 as well. And that's just to kind of set the tone. When I have a lot of work to do, I could put this on, close my office door, and just get working. So that one's like... One Punch! And I'm not going to sing the whole song because a lot of it's in Japanese. But, yeah, it's a very yelly song. So then the next song on there is performed by John C. Reilly. And it is the title song from the film Walk Hard. Walk hard, hard, down life's rocky road. Walk bold. Hard, that's my creed, my code. I've been scorned and slandered and ridiculed too. Struggled every day my whole life through. Met up with the worst that the world can give. But I still keep my pace and my burning will to live. Walk hard. So that's Walk Hard. That's like the next song on the playlist. And then the next song on there is Weird Al's Now That's What I Call Polka. And I can't remember which songs are actually in that versus all of his other polkas because they start to run together for me, which is kind of what's so great about the polkas is that he really boils the songs down to their fundamentals and then combines them. But like, it makes it hard for me to remember one particular song from that particular polka. So people are getting their pitchforks out apparently. I don't know what I said that they're mad about, but okay, fine, carry on. Somebody says, I think your beacon is bigger than it needs to be. Well, that's possible. So, then there's Jonathan Colton's song, A Talk with George is up next. And that is a song that is kind of like it's weird. It's not quite a ballad, but it's a narratively structured song about a putative conversation between the speaker and George Plimpton, who was a wealthy American who did all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's a song about giving people advice to do crazy stuff, which, in fairness, not all of them would actually be able to plausibly do, but because the speaker is, like, so obscenely rich, he doesn't necessarily understand that his advice is maybe not good. Like, his first line, I think, the first line of advice he gives is, first of all, be born into some money. Or it might be, maybe it's just because you're born into some money doesn't mean you have to sit around. But the thing is, like, not everybody gets to be born into money. So, yeah, there's that. That element is a thing. So then, let's see, my next song on the playlist is Extraordinary by Better Than Ezra. And I love Better Than Ezra. They are from New Orleans, and they are an exceptionally talented musical group. They have a really interesting sound that I enjoy a lot. But, let's go ahead and... okay, good. We found the sky. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to intentionally put the green screen glass up there. That was the first intentional placement of the green screen. But I need to know where that actually comes out later. And now that I know it's nighttime out, I should probably block off this entrance here so we don't have mobs running in at us. Okay. So, you're extraordinary. Some of these, I like almost need to pull up the lyrics to be able to sing them, because even though I listen to them all the time, they're not songs I sing along with. They're songs I listen to while I work, which is normally the songs I sing during the stream are things that I sing all the time. Yeah, better than Ezra. I got a little bit of hope, like a soap on a rope, sweeter than sour, getting thinner by the hour, falling fast, and I'm running out of gas. Noggin on your sister, smart as Bobby Fischer, still I couldn't get arrested. Though I got more hooks than Madonna's got looks, just like that AC/DC song. Come on, baby, shake me all night long. All I wanna do is get up early in the morning. Oh, I love you, baby. All I got to say to you is you're extraordinary. Your love's extraordinary, baby. So that's, yeah. So then the next song on the playlist is... the next two songs on the playlist are two parts of the same song. Ooh, actually, we don't want those there. So, no, please no, not tonight, please no. And then I don't know all the, oh, you, hello, sir. I said no, important customer. What am I, just a blur? You sit all night, you never buy. That's a lie, that's a lie. I had a tea the other day. You couldn't pay. Oh, yeah. Benjamin Coffin the Third here? Oh, no. Wine and beer, the enemy of Avenue A will stay. Oy vey. But anyway, the La Vie Boheme is a really ludicrously complicated song intended to be sung by like 16 people on stage at once. So me trying to sing it is just it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. But it's an excellent survey of Bohemian culture in the late 80s. So then we have the Ghostbusters theme by Ray Parker Jr., just for something a little bit lighter. Ghostbusters. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. You guys know that one. You guys don't need me to sing that one. The next song is 1985 by Bowlin' for Soup. I like Bowlin' for Soup. They're from Texas. This was one of their more popular songs, and honestly, I like a lot of their stuff, but there's a reason. Sometimes with bands, one of their most popular songs, there's a reason that it's one of their most popular songs. Like, they're great in general. I really like their acoustic album where they perform in a church in England. But, like, this stuff is really good. Like, it's just got a good, like, well, I don't know if this one's even worth singing because, like, the lyrics don't really sell it. But, like, Debbie just hit the wall. She never had it all. One Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA. Her dreams went out the door when she turned 24. See, like, I can't do this song justice. So I'm not gonna try. Oh, this next one. If you guys have not heard of this band, I don't even know if they're still around. But the band is called Chameleon Circuit, and the next song I have is written by them. It's called An Awful Lot of Running. Let me see if I can find the lyrics online. He was like, oh, wait, no, it's he is. He is like fire burning through time, as old as forever, but fast in his prime. I saw his blue spaceship materialize. He looked out and said to me, "Run for your life." I don't know why I never thought to ask him for his name, but I really don't think he'd have told me the truth anyway. But that's okay. It's completely terrifying, but it's so exciting. He said I was brilliant and I could change the world. So many places I've been. There's so much more to see. We got galaxies, planets, and moons. And an awful lot of running to do. Yeah. So then, the next song we got, I also love. I love some of these songs. These songs get on this playlist because these are the songs I want to listen to when I'm working to be reminded, like, how much I like things. Beautiful Mind, also by John C. Reilly from Walk Hard, is like, it's supposed to be about the singer looking back and acknowledging all the things he's learned as a musician and encapsulating that entire experience in like one song. And the entire song is completely all over the place because it's impossible for somebody to like summarize all of the things they learned in their whole life in one song without it just absolutely being all over the place. But it's like, now that I have lived a lifetime's worth of days, finally I see the folly of my ways. So listen when I sing of the temptations of this world. Fancy cars and needles, whiskey, flesh, and pearls. And in the end, it's family and friends. Loving yourself, but not only yourself. It's about the good walk and the hard walk and the young girls you made cry. It's about make a little music every day till you die. It's a beautiful ride. Welcome, Zareferators. Sorry, you guys came in while I'm basically going through my playlist and talking about some of the songs. So I was going to say, like, this song is all over the place. But, like, he's got this huge list of things that you're supposed to do to live a good life, but they're not only, they're not all connected. Sing into your hand, lead the marching band. Don't you let 'em fade your colors gray. 'Cause when all is said and done, when youth is spent and burned, you'll see it's all about music, flowers, babies, sharing the good times, traveling not just for business, accepting your mortality. This is finally what I've learned. Yeah, like the whole thing is just great. Anyway, let's what else is in this playlist? Creepy Doll by Jonathan Colton is up next. That's a song about burning a doll that represents yourself, or possibly suffocating yourself in your pursuit of material wealth. And that song is in that playlist because the doll has a creepy eye, and one of my friends has a messed up eye, and we always write rock band parodies about things for this convention we go to. And so we had this big argument about whether or not doing a parody of the song Creepy Doll about him, because he's got a ruined eye, would upset him. And so we talked about it, and we're like, okay, we can't do this song. It's just too mean. So we never did it. And then it turned out he heard us practicing it one day. He like came in and he was like, "What are you guys playing?" And we're like, "Creepy Doll" by Jonathan Colton, but about you. And he's like, "Oh my God, how long have you been working on this? This is amazing." And it's like, 4 years because we thought it would upset you. And he's like, "No, we should have performed this. Why didn't we perform this?" So yeah, sometimes trying to respect your friends' limits might not actually be the best. Sometimes you got to talk to people one-on-one to learn these things. Then the next song is "Everything You Know Is Wrong" by Weird Al. That's actually one of the ones on this playlist that I keep thinking I should take off because there's so many great Weird Al songs, and that was one of my favorites when I was a child, and I like it still, but part of me is like, I don't know that I need nostalgic songs on this playlist. I need songs that are going to get me pumped up now, not about what made me excited in the past. And so I'm kind of revisiting that one mentally, so I'm not going to perform that one now. Okay, so this is going to go like directly over this. We need to glass that in. But then the next song is Journey's End, which is also by Chameleon Circuit, and is a song about how the episode. It's a summary of the episode Journey's End from Doctor Who. That is 100% of the song, is just like them summarizing this episode of Doctor Who has the same title. And it's got lyrics like, "Well, we've reached the journey's end, having a laugh inside the TARDIS, although it didn't make much sense. It's always nice to see the Daleks, the Daleks." Then there's Jonathan Colton's "The President's" song next, which I just like because I like history, and it helps me mentally make sure that I'm keeping a good track of stuff. It's easy to like mix up things like that if you don't go through them all the time. Oh, Varadtrust says, "Would I mind sharing this playlist URL?" Yeah, I'm not sure the best way to do that. I think I can share playlist copy. And then I guess from my phone, I could probably try posting it in my own Mixer chat. I don't know if I can actually go to my own Mixer page on my phone. I've never tried. Yeah, I can. Hey, there we go. So, can I post this? Yeah. It's a really long Apple URL. So, now that I've posted it there, I might be able to copy it to the other places. So, yeah. Jonathan Colton, "The Presidents." "Washington came first and he was perfect. John Adams kept us out of war with France. Jefferson made a Louisiana purchase. In 1812, James Madison kicked the British in the pants." It's just a quick summary of all the presidents. Then next up by the Marshall Tucker Band, we have "Fire on the Mountain," which is Corinne's favorite song. I like it quite a bit too, because I first really fell in love with this song at Philmont, which is a place in New Mexico where Boy Scouts go to backpack for 10 days. Backpacking for 10 days is the best amount of time to backpack, in my opinion. So I recommend that. So, yeah. Then, we need to go get some sand to make glass, too. Then we've got "Sick Transit Gloria, Glory Fades" by We Are the In Crowd, which is, that song is so much better as a duet, I just gotta say. Like, I like the original Brand New one, which I think Brand New's songs are some of the funniest songs ever written, and apparently they're not supposed to be comedies. I didn't realize that. But I don't know. I'm also one of those people, I went and saw Tiny Furniture at the theater, and everybody got really mad at me for laughing the whole time. But Tiny Furniture is a funny movie. I thought it was supposed to be a comedy. I don't know. Go yell at Lena Dunham if she can't make a movie that's not funny. That's not my fault. Okay. So... Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, Fire on the Mountain by the Marshall Tucker Band is like... There's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. But, yeah, Sick Transit Gloria, I don't know if I could sing that song, because I've never really sang it out loud. It's a weird song, but, I don't know. It's a weird song. I've never actually attempted to sing it. I just think it's interesting. Then next up we have Cheap Thrills featuring Sean Paul, which in my opinion is one of the single best dance songs to come out in the last several years. And Sia is just great with that song. When I heard this song, that was like one of the first Sia songs I'd ever heard, and I was like, oh my goodness, this musician is amazing. I want to hear everything she's ever made. And then it turned out that was the only song she made that I liked, but I liked that song so much that I'm just like, well, hey, we're getting rated again. By somebody with a cap, with an RAY. Is it? Oh, hey, Ray's Works. Welcome. We were just talking about music and working on this roller coaster, but thank you for joining us. Yeah, we are talking about the sort of music we like to listen to, or that I like to listen to when I'm at my day job to like keep my mind focused. A lot of these are very lyrically complex, so my brain doesn't. If I don't have something going on verbally, I'll start getting distracted and like writing poetry or stories. So I have to listen to like incredibly lyrically complex songs or books on tape sometimes, depending on what I'm working on. And the thing is, let's see. Skylar Defeated. I don't know why I picked that particular song. I think I just wanted something from Hamilton, or some songs end up in here because I wanted to do something with them. Like This Is America by Childish Gambino. I had this whole thing where I was going to do, and it's so, I'm never going to do this now. I say this. I still want to do this, but you know what? It doesn't have to be a surprise. I wanted to do a parody of This Is America. And in this parody, I, the speaker, would be engaged in a game of Dungeons and Dragons with my friends or some of my Patreon viewers, some of whom are also my friends, where basically when they confront the ancient, the land, Strahd von Zarovich, and the final battle starts and we roll initiative, I had lines lined up for every attack he could do, all of the ways that he could evade attacks, things like that keyed into or slotted into This Is America, except it was about like, this is Barovia. And so Strahd is just taunting them, singing This is Barovia while he dodges their attacks and messes with them. And this is probably not a good idea, but so yeah. So that's why This Is America is in there, because I wanted to do a parody of it in a Dungeons and Dragons game. So let's see. Hamilton Polka is just good. That'll Be the Day. I really like Buddy Holly and the Crickets, and that's just one that I particularly liked. And then Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? I had that in there because I really liked Rockapella's version of that, and I enjoyed writing the parody for Cub Fan, but I feel like there's more I could do with this. What was I was going to cook that sand, and I didn't. I've been standing here talking, waiting for the sand to cook while the sand is in my inventory. This is what's known as a core competency that I do. Other people have. I, in this case, have demonstrated a lack of it. So we are going to go ahead and get one of that. But yeah, the Where in the World is Cub Fan of the Convicts that I wrote, I was very happy with that, but I feel like I could do more with the concept. For those of you who have not heard Where in the World is Cub Fan of the Convicts, let me see if I can find it. Or where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts? I've got somewhere on my website that written. Yeah, here it is. When did I join Hermitcraft? 5 weeks after Hermitcraft was founded. So, hit it. Ooh up, doo doo ba doo up, doo doo ba doo up, doo doo ba down 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 down. Well, he builds around the island from modern to medieval. He's a sticky piston pusher from build height down to bedrock. He'll take you on a flight to the convex cathedral. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. Swipe your soul sand from the nether, make the village golems bubble from a redstone degree and tag. He'll be dealing abuse. I never tend to see him steal from his base to the portal. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. He'll go from village to void space, from the end to Iskall space, from Mumbo to Tango, Tex Fountain, and back. Then he'll ban half Hermitcrafters, run a gauntlet jewel encrusted. Then he'll have the convex plunder and go prank Python's pots. He put the mail in malefaction when he tampered with my postbox. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. Tell me where in these chunks. Tell me where can he be? From mob spawner to farlands, from spawn via pirate land, tundra to jungle to I-train to loot you. Well, he swims beneath the seas just to sell immoral Corval. He's a bubble-breathing brigand with a flair for dolphin speed. His shulker box is loaded up with maps for his mural. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. Tell me where in these chunks is Cub Fan of the Convicts. Watch your back. So anyway, yeah, there you go. Wow, it seems like the chats have all dropped off. I don't actually watch a viewer. I don't have a viewer count, but I'm just going to assume that everybody gave up on me. They're like, no, we're not getting anything done today. It's time to go. Okay. Let's see. I think that, okay, we can take some of these bones and go get more rose bushes to turn some of this lava into... Did I leave some red dye over here? It is a musical stream today, Susie QZ 92Z. There we go. We did have red dye. No worries, Space Dorito. Have a great night. Get some rest. Good luck, or congrats on finishing your project. People are here, they just gave up on chatting. That's fine. I guess that means I did okay. I just don't want you guys, like, sitting there going, like, why are we here? Okay. Rest is a weapon, Space Dorito. Arm yourself. Your enemies have. The roses are the dye. Okay. So, we want to have this lava, or this red glass, come in like this, I think. Hey, Eric Hines, thank you for donating $10. Eric Hines writes, for an amazing musical performance. Well, we were at $9 toward our next face camera expansion. That brings us up to $19. We are $1 away. Let me make sure no PayPal donations came in while I had my lyrics up. Hey, whoa! It looks like somebody did donate. Sorry, Divine Raven, I missed your donation from 11 minutes ago because I was busy singing for $50. So that's going to be another... So we have 19, and then we're going to move 5 racks of beads over. So that is 1, 2, 3. That is 3 complete face camera expansions. So we are going to start off and expand... Whoa, that's the wrong thing. Don't grab Minecraft. Expand Joe. Do. So there's 1 face camera expansion in the bank. We got 2 more. Grow Hills. Do. Now this is about where we begin to get a little bit spooky. It's a little late at night. If any of you guys have heart conditions, you might want to turn off the stream now. Because with this 5th donation milestone of the stream, I'm being pulled into the ethereal plane. The material world is losing its grip on me. All that money has gone straight to my head, and my head is now lighter than air. And I'm floating away. Oh no. Enter Jost. I have now taken on a ghastly visage, which is pretty similar to my other one, but more transparent. And I've also grown slightly. Do. So there we go. That was 3. So we need to clear out. So we're going to keep the rack with 9 beads. So we're at $9 now toward our next face camera expansion. Thank you very much to everyone who donated, especially our most recent donors, Eric Hines and Divine Raven. Apologies again, Divine Raven, for not noticing that earlier because I had the lyrics pulled up. That's on me. That's my bad. Okay. So, here we go. It was spooky. You have every right to be terrified. So we actually want to probably have this rail continue up here. We're going to want to go over this part and then down. Oh, that's too high. Slingshot Waffles writes, is he using an abacus? Yeah, what do you guys use to keep track of your money? Software? I work in software. You don't want any of that. You don't want any of that. Okay, so let's go clear these out real quick. Why does the reflected light cause chroma keying? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because some of the light in the game is green, and but I'm not 100% sure. Why red glass panes? Because they look like lava. A lot of lava is going to be over here. Okay. Okay. Ghost Joe Hills isn't real. He can't hurt you. Ghost Joe Hills. Howdy, y'all! Enter Jost! Okay, so I figure we want to have the red glass come across here a little ways. And we'll put some lanterns up above parts of it. And we'll eventually have to have this start descending, I guess. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to go into the face of this. So that lantern location there is probably not optimal. Then we'll have this start to descend here, I guess. So some of you people who were like, why don't you use a piston hopper timer thing? Because it's actually more dramatic if you come down here and you see all of the timers that are going to kill you at one point. It's just more visual. It's more visual. Oh, sorry. Hit the microphone stand, which is not professional. Neat Scholar says the green screen behind you is too close. Some light reflects around and leaks green glow onto you. It's too subtle for the eyes to notice, but it shows up here. Yeah, that's probably 100% it. You are probably almost certainly right. Like, if I shade my hair, well, like I was going to say, if I put a book up behind me, maybe that would block some of that green screen light. Weird. It actually seems like the darker, the less light that's hitting my head. Well, I don't know. Maybe the book is reflecting green light back toward me and I'm just dumb? Yeah, light is weird. Enter the menu. You can see the hair is keyed correctly there. Well, no, it's just transparent in front of the, yeah, I don't know. The undead play by their own rules. Hey, Divine Raven, thank you for the host. Hey, and also, I don't know if you were still sticking around when I thanked you for your donation, but sorry I didn't notice it for 11 minutes. I was looking at song lyrics instead of the donation thing. That's on me, so apologies again for that. As you can see, we have expanded. Your donation was indeed received. Okay. So, excellent. Cool. Yeah, I always feel bad when I miss a donation for a few minutes, because it's like, I hope that person didn't, like, go to bed and then think that, like, I didn't see it, so. Okay. So, we come down toward this tunnel. Like, this is going to look neat, I think. Yeah, I can't move the green screen back at all where I'm at right now. Okay, so where are we on time? We're at about the 2-hour mark. I've got work in the morning. Like, this is not the best progress on a roller coaster one could possibly make. But we did get the beacon moved. We got the beacon moved. That's a step. Hey, welcome, Prod the Ontar. The face camera grows every $20 milestone we hit. And we have hit a few of those tonight. This actually gets a lot weirder on longer streams. Believe me. Yeah, let's go put some of this extra material away. It doesn't feel like I got a lot accomplished because I only recorded like 3 minutes of video. And at the end of the day, one of the biggest ways I measure my productivity is how many videos I get done, because that's what I'm on the hook for Patreon sponsorship-wise. So, let's see. I don't want to let people down who are supporting me. Okay, so where are the... let's get this bone out of here. I could have sworn I had a whole bunch of rails somewhere in here. Like, that was crucial to this entire plan, was that I would have a whole bunch of rails. No, I don't have a backpack on at all. This is just a tank top. Repeater, okay, gold, normal. Somebody said there were a bunch of normal rails in the gray box here that I just missed. Yeah, there were, okay. Jeremy Halleck writes, Joe, love the videos. Wanted you to know my 5-year-old son runs around the house yelling time skip because of you, and it's great. Well, I'm glad that that's great and not obnoxious. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, Funko Puppy, but don't spam, please. Like, you can have some fun, but you don't need to go nuts with it. Anthony DiMichelli writes, can you make your face camera smaller, please? No, I cannot. It only gets larger when people donate. However, it will naturally revert to its original size at 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time tomorrow. So, probably the next time you see the stream, it'll be smaller again. Until people donate, and then it gets larger, and then there's nothing I can do again until it just naturally rolls back on its own, you know? That's how life is sometimes. There are certain things that are just, they just happen. And they're not great, but what can we do, you know? What can we do? Okay. Yeah, I read the chat. Of course I do, Signor Simile. Simile. Why is that not conveying the signal down? Let's try coming down here a little bit. We probably don't want to use the block of redstone right there, because that's kind of close to everything else. But a green pig says, why don't you have diamond armor on? Because it's Tennessee in the summer, guys. It is, like, really hot out. Green screen tank top. That's all I need. I need to protect myself from the chroma key. I don't need to protect myself from skeletons and armor or diamonds or whatever out here. Like, it's overkill. Like, are you walking around in a diamond armor? Like, really? Today? In the heat? No. Don't try to shame people for trying to live comfortably just because they're on camera. It's like, oh, you're not a real gamer if you don't wear power armor 100% of the time, regardless of how hot it is out. No. It's like this concept that you can't be a person who plays video games unless you are disconnected from the reality of weather is a ludicrous construct. I know I've said this before, but I'm going to reiterate it. You cannot call yourself a real gamer if you don't hunt elk with your bare hands. Like, if you're using a bladed weapon or a bow and arrow, you're not a true gamer, and you just need to calm down and back off. That's why I don't call myself a gamer. Hey, Anthony DiMichelli, thank you for the $1. That brings us up to $10 out of 20 toward our next face camera expansion. As you can see, we've got this rack here, which we just went from, it was at 9. Now it's at 10. Thank you, Anthony DiMichelli. Okay. I'm not wearing any gold. I'm not an ostentatious person. I'm wearing a lime green tank top. That's all I need. Yeah, we're working on the roller coaster. So we'd probably better get back out of here before the mobs start spawning. Blue Wolfer asks, how is this guy? I'm great, Blue Wolfer. Thank you for asking. Very courteous of you. Let's see here. So, let's see. We are at the... That's why I don't put the abacus there, I'm realizing, because it blocks the stream timer. We are at the 2-hour mark. I think it is time for me to wrap up this stream. We got the beacon in, we started digging our tunnel, and we got plenty to do tomorrow. It is going to be a busy day tomorrow, so I need to get to bed in real life. But I'm going to head toward the bed in the video game, too. I started on YouTube back in June of 2011, and I've been on Hermitcraft for about 7 years. I joined in Season 1. I was actually the first new member ever invited to Hermitcraft. So, okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Thank you to everybody who donated. Apologies again to Divine Raven for initially missing your donation. I do feel bad about that. But we are going to go ahead and close out this stream with a song I wrote, performed by my brother Sean, from our album, Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills. You can find the album here in the link I'm posting in all 3 chats now. The song is called My Destiny's in Tennessee. No, wait. Sorry. My Send Me Away Via Subspace. I was picking the wrong song.
Send me away via subspace. Beam me a message from home. Cast me a hello in hollow. Tell me I'm not all alone. The corridors are narrow and the rations miss the mark as we fly like Xeno's arrow past the sparkles in the dark. I think of home and what I miss is picnics in the park. So send me away via subspace. Chat me a line or two, because though we grow distantly, relativistically I'm